dining is an absolutely ridiculous concept nowadays.
It's really good chocolate.
Oh my god, it's delicious.
Right?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. This is coffee and sugar. You're gonna rub it in.
Ooh, this got fancier.
Yeah, so we want you to feel like a child in this moment. Remember when we were kids, playing and making a mess with your hands.
Yeah.
And they wanted to eat everything with our hands as well. So yes, you can lick your hands one more time.
Oh my god. So good.
These restaurants are just straight up playing in your guys' faces and you don't even realize it. They have essentially dumped milk and coal dust from a campfire into the palms of your hands and not giving you any cutlery to eat this weird excuse of a dessert. Like, all of this made up stuff over returning to the feeling of being a child with endless freedom and allowing yourself to be messy is just a ruse in order to get you to think that this experience is a lot more deep than it actually is. And what it is a scam. And the most hilarious part about this video is the fact that this Michelin star restaurant makes you pay $300 to experience getting your hands sticky and dirty while giving it the name chocotherapy, as if that isn't the most ridiculous name you could possibly think of. This is not therapy. This is pretentious. If you wanted to lick melted chocolate off of your hand topped with lint dust from your vacuum cleaner, you could have just done that at home for less than $5. What ordering pasta at the world's best restaurant looks like. And it's literally one single pasta noodle on a huge plate to make it look more important and exclusive than it actually is, while the waiter sprays perfume on it for some reason before walking away. Do you want to know the real reason that these Michelin star restaurants offer meals like this? Because they know that rich people are the only people dumb enough to actually fall for this. The rest of us don't eat like that because we can't afford to. It's because we have an actual brain and see that what some of these Michelin star restaurants are doing is seeing how far they can truly go in their absurdity to make a profit from people who make too much money. That's all it is. Now, they don't know that they're being robbed, but on the menu listed on their official website, this is their miniature tortellini served in light and creamy 36-month-old Parmigiano sauce for 80 euros. To put that price into perspective, that is 142 Australian dollars, which is basically $150 for one pasta shell in a bit of sauce. I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Yeah. Then we have this video where someone is literally scraping their quote food off of the glass that consists of bugs, like a random sauce that's been smeared, leaves, crushed up butterfly wings, something that looks like a worm, and random flowers. Hey, so you are literally eating what my car windshield looks like. When I've driven down to the countryside of Australia during the summertime, and all of the various insects and stray greenery have stuck to my car window going 80 kilometers on a back road, and that I've tried to remove by using my windscreen wipers. That is quite literally exactly what you have been served in this restaurant. A place where you eat, not lick bug guts. And to make matters even worse, this quote experience of essentially eating residue from a public floor is $300 plus a $7.50 ticket service fee. Just like a fly swatter instead. And I can guarantee you it is the same thing for over $290 less. Yeah. Then, in this video, this person says, at Esme, you get to eat a salad with your hands and make a complete glorious mess while doing so, as they scoop a handful of dry kale into random sauces on the plate that don't even stick to the kale because of how dry it is, and just smear it all over the plate instead. Am I so out of touch? Am I an uncultured swine? I would just like some explanation, okay, as to what the specific act of wiping their food entices people. Like, what about like wiping your food on like with some sauce? What's the catch with that? Because to me, and other people, this is not what fine dining is. It is quite literally just a bunch of different lettuce scraps smooshed together that get dragged through sauce like it's you with the final bite of the pancake that you're eating, trying to sponge up the last drops of maple syrup on your plate at your local Denny's. But for some reason, because it's $265 per person to experience this, which brings it to a total of $530 for 2 people, suddenly it's classy and artistic. Yet if this were anywhere else in the world at a normal restaurant, one that isn't Michelin starred, suddenly this meal becomes weird and gross. Are the double standards not crazy?
We have this cloud. It's a cloud made out of distilled soil. So you will see that it starts raining on top of your dessert. So it's really, you just have to wait a few seconds to let it rain, and then you can eat it. If you want, you can put your spoon under and wait till it rains, then you can try the rain. It literally tastes like soy.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Would you like me to slice a clump of actual dish soap from our kitchen sink that's washing all of our dirty dishes in the back to make it drip sweat onto your food to make it soggy? Would you like that? That is essentially what you are being served, which really begs the question, what do rich people be eating? Why is it hundreds of dollars to have a waiter smack a ball of soapy foam, otherwise it will literally just float away to another part of the restaurant, from the literal dishwasher to float over your sad, dark bowl of earthy mushroom ice cream? What is that? What? That is a meal that I just described. Why are they eating that? Now, I just may be a simpleton, right? You can call me a dunce if you want. But after eating a meal, I think I would rather just go to my local grocery store before going home and getting my favorite pint of cookies and cream ice cream.
Oui. Incredible. I know. We have much to learn. Oui. Merci beaucoup. Je vous en prie, monsieur.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
As someone so graciously said in the comment section, you served them a straight unseasoned boiled chicken, like the entire body, its corpse, in a soggy sopping bonnet. That's what that was. But it looks like a giant, sweaty, unflavored dumpling. And what on earth is fine dining about that? Do I just have a low IQ or something to not understand these meals? Also, this is probably half a week's wage for some people, as this one dish alone is around $360. What exactly happens to the human mind when the person with that mind starts making millions of dollars a year? Like, I'm noticing a pattern here. Something about seeing, you know, several zeros in their bank account immediately makes them want to eat intestines just because their net worth has increased. What is that mentality? What is happening to the human psyche? Can somebody explain this phenomenon to me? Like,
I'm taking you to a restaurant where somebody almost got arrested because they didn't want to pay because it was so bad. The first dish came out. I said, no forks. I was excited to dive in, but when I did, I was essentially eating lip gloss. I mean, you can see the confusion on my face, right? It came out a sea rash, which was literally just like a soggy cigar. Like, how are you even supposed to eat this? It was a disgusting texture. And when I tell you I was pretty excited for this next thing to come out because I was like, oh wow, how interesting. This is a belly button that you are supposed to suck this weird juice out of. It's made with kefir and almond oil, and you're not supposed to eat it. Only suck that out and then eat the thing on the side.
I completely understand this man that was willing to be arrested over flat out refusing to pay because of how bad this meal was. Because I would have done the exact same thing for the price that they're charging people here. And I would have demanded they actually give me money on top of my refund in compensation for the torture that I just went through in their establishment. Because if I'm eating out for dinner, that means I've had a long, hard day and I just want somebody else to cook for me and fill my belly. What gives you the audacity to serve me a fake gelatin mold of what appears to be a human belly with oil in the belly button that I have to suck? That's not dining. What nutrients am I getting from that? Is that gonna satiate me? No, it's not. It's a lick of oil. This isn't a fine dining experience. This is the chef being disgusting. That's what it is. And to top it all off, like I mentioned before, how expensive this was, the cost of this quote dining experience is 390 euros per person, okay? Which is 695 Australian dollars per person. I'd get the cops called too, because I'm not paying that. That means if I wanted to take me and 2 other people out, so just 3 people at a table, our meals consisting of 0 cutlery, soggy leaves, and oily gelatin that I can't consume, it would cost us 2,085 Australian dollars for 3 people. That sickens me to my very core. Yet, if you had just spent $20 buying 2 pizzas to get delivered to your house, you would have had a much, much better dining experience with your friends. Ironic, isn't it? But it's like, it's not even just about what rich people choose to eat, it's also how they choose to eat these things. Because just look at the absolutely ridiculous looking cutlery that is available for them to buy to eat their absolutely ridiculous looking food. This is literally $315. And that doesn't even include the shipping, which is almost $20. What am I supposed to do with this? How is anybody supposed to eat with modern and contemporary cutlery that is shaped like this? It's not even practical. But wait a minute. Now that I'm saying it, I'm cracking the code in real time. Is this why rich people are so skinny? Look, I know it's the Ozempic. Obviously, everybody knows that. But with cutlery like this being used with every meal that they eat, they can barely even get the food in their mouths when they do eat it. I get it now! Oh my god!
Oh my god. I get it.
Anyways, guys, be smarter with your money. That's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And yes, this is my new trim. This is the new trim. I took my extensions out. Hello, Hayley, wore extensions. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But my hair isn't growing at all. So I had to take them out because they were preventing me from getting naturally long hair. So, you see the conundrum that I'm in. I want the long hair that the extensions is giving me, but if I keep having the extensions in, I'm never gonna have long hair again. So, this is the new me.